guys, welcome to my channel. Today we'll be DIYing ugly Christmas sweaters. It's great to go that extra mile to feel festive because the holiday season is in full effect. You can wear these to go to a socially distanced Christmas party or better yet, a Christmas Zoom call. So if you're interested, please keep on watching. To make the Frosty sweater, we are going to need a Frosty, some bells, your favorite sweater, some safety pins, and a Sharpie. Next, we are going to be placing Frosty on the sweater and just tucking in his little legs because we don't want it to be longer than the sweater here. And now we are going to be trimming the little hole he has on the top of his hat because he is a decoration and we are using him for our ugly Christmas sweater. So we just got to trim that. We are just gonna align him where we want him to stay on the sweater and use our handy dandy little safety pins. And the reason why we are using safety pins is just in case you don't want to have a ugly Christmas sweater year round and this is your favorite sweater and maybe you want to use it afterwards and just be able to take the decorations off. You also have the option to sew it if you want to do that as well. I just figured safety pins is an easy and quick way to get it done. Maybe you are on a time crunch and they're just easy to remove. And here we are going to be using our Sharpie to just conceal our little safety pin here. Next, we are going to be pinning down our bells to add a little jingle to our Christmas sweater. We are just going to scatter around our bells in the placement you desire. You can even place them just on the sleeves or on the neckline. It's just really up to you and what you like. And with the art of YouTube magic, voila! So to make the Pom Pom Christmas tree sweater, we are going to use yarn, some stars for our tree top, your favorite sweater, any sweater you would like to use, and some safety pins. So to make the pom-poms, we are going to use a piece of cardboard and we are going to cut a slit down the middle. And now we are going to begin wrapping around our yarn using our cardboard. And I went around about 60 times, but it really just depends on how thick you want your little pom-pom to be. And I was using the color white, but it really just depends. If you want it to be colorful, you can use all kinds of colors or match it with your sweater. The creativity really just depends on you. And then here I was done wrapping it 60 times, so I cut it off right there, and I'm going to be using a string, and the string really just could be as long as you want it to be, as long as you can double tie it or double knot it. And here I'm just going to pass it towards the center here and just get it all the way through, and then towards the front also slip it in and tie a knot right there. But you don't want it to be super tight just because we're going to have to slip it out of the cardboard and we don't want it to be too tight. And then once we get the yarn off of the cardboard, we can go ahead and do a double knot just to make sure nothing is loose and our pom-pom is nice and upright. then we can go ahead and after fluffing her up a little bit, we can go ahead and start cutting right in the middle, just so we can get an even distribution. And it is a little hard if you have a lot of yarn that you're trying to cut at once, so it's best if you just cut a couple at a time and just work your way around. Once you're done cutting all the way around, you want to again fluff her up just so you can see what side is longer or shorter that needs to be cut and trimmed. It looks like a cute little poodle tail at this point, and then just go ahead and start trimming. After you're done cutting all the way around, you can go ahead and cut off the longer pieces where we tied the knot, and grab our little safety pin here and start pinning her down wherever it is that you want to lay down your Christmas tree. And again, you can always sew these on one by one, but I went with the quickest way, and that was just to safety pin each and every one of our little pom-poms. Making each of these pom-poms is a little time consuming, but that is why here we have some YouTube magic once again. Boom! Now that we have our little pom-poms all placed in our little tree formation, we will now add the star. I twisted the star off of the 3-pack and just made a little loop because it does have wire, so it'll be easy to just slip through with the safety pin. Another option could also be using some felt and tracing a star on there and placing it up top, and boom, we are done. For the wreath sweater, you are going to need some garland, ribbon, some lights, and a patch of fabric that matches your sweater of choice, and of course your sweater and safety pins. First, we are going to be cutting some pieces of the wire ribbon, which will be used to set the garland in place in the shape we want it to be in, which in this case is the shape of a wreath. So now we are going to shape our wreath into our nice circular form and combine the two ends and tie those first, just so the garland isn't moving around and it is a bit easier to get that shape that we want. I went ahead and tied 2 knots just to make sure that everything's in place and nothing is going to move and slip out. I also cut the excess ribbon off so it won't be in the way and take away from the gorgeous wreath we're about to make. Next, we are using our battery operated lights and looping it around the wreath just to give it an extra bit of life and festivity. It looks very cute with these battery operated lights. It definitely brings the pizzazz onto our cute little wreath. Then we will be using the same wire ribbon and just tying it around just to secure the lights and also give shape, and securing the wreath all around just to make sure it is all set in place, ready for us to wear on our sweater. And now we are going to be using the piece of fabric that is close to or identical to the color of the sweater. And this is going to hold as a pouch for our battery operated lights. So you can cut this piece of fabric as big or as little depending on the size of the battery pack itself. Once again, we are using an alternative option to sewing, and we will be using our handy dandy safety pins to hold our little piece of fabric in place. Once we've slipped our battery pack inside, you can now put the wreath right on top and hide it so it won't be seen whenever you're out wearing your Christmas sweater. And once again, we will be using safety pins. We are just using tons and tons of safety pins in this tutorial, but if you prefer sewing, you can always do that. Once you feel that is secure, we are all done with the wreath. Yay! However, we are not stopping there. We like to be a little extra on this channel, and the most important element is missing, and that is the bow, ladies and gentlemen. And here I will be using a little bow maker. However, if you don't have that, it is okay. You can always make it by hand. And here I'm just going to show you how to use this little ribbon maker. We are going to place the wire ribbon down the center, and then what hangs down will be the length of the bow, and then you can make the bow as wide as you want depending on how you place it. The more that comes out will be the width of it, and you can layer it as many times as you'd like. Here I layered it 3 times, and then after I was done doing that, I adjusted the length on the other side just to get the 2 sides even, and then after I'm done doing that, I cut off the ribbon. Next, I use the little plastic bar that comes with the bow maker just to push everything down and have everything smushed together. That way it's easier whenever I try and tie the knot so nothing moves around or the bow doesn't come undone. Here we have our super cute bow ready to be placed right on top of our wreath and just tied together with the same wire ribbon that we used to tie the bow, and then we're just going to use that to tie onto the wreath. Lastly, we are just going to do some minor adjustments, fluff up our bow, and we are done with our super cute wreath sweater.
These sweaters were so easy to make and not to mention adorable. Hit that like button if you thought so too. There will be more Christmas edition videos just like this one, so keep on the lookout for those. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.